Okay, so it's like completely unscripted. Just kind of showing some stuff that I've done in the past. It's been a minute, so I just figured I'd record some of it since I've been busy doing other things. But pretty much, this hack has been updating a bunch of things from stats to, changing move sets, a bunch of different things, types. Originally, I just kind of wanted to change every Pokemon's ability. And I've already done a lot of the stuff I wanted to do, but it's just like every time I jump back on, I find new things that I want to mess with. So I picked up these mons just to show off real quick, but there's a bunch in the box that I can show. Kabuto is not a rock water anymore. He's rock ground. Walk. Different ability, draining, liquid ooze. Uh, Crush Claw I changed. I saw that in a ROM hack, so I kind of used some of the same concepts. Um, Surf, for example, only does 70, not 95 or whatever damage it was doing. But Area Dose with Speed Boost. I'm a big fan of Area Dose, and I was comparing like what Bug Poison does for Bug Dark. I'm going to give it some more abilities, but I've changed a bunch of things, of course. It's hard to go over everything, but this is just like a quick run through, as quick as it can be. Yeah, look, Constrict used to be a normal type attack, but now it's Dark type. Standard, just new abilities, Speed Boost for Area Dose. Omanite has Hustle. There's two options for each one, so I gave every single one two options. My Venusaur knows Natural Cure, but again, the point of it was to give every Pokemon a different ability, so even in the same like line, Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, and Venusaur will have different abilities, and that's twofold. So you have two separate abilities, and then when it evolves, it'll follow a certain line, but it only has two options. Hoot Hoot. So I made Hoot Hoot a Dark type, which I felt like was a decent option. I mean, what's the only other option? Murkrow in Gen 3. So yeah, I kind of pictured this to like Farfetch'd to maybe like Spearow or something like that. There's a lot of flying types, so I mean, it's not gonna hurt anything to make it a dark type, but now I need to adjust their abilities and their attacks. I mean, yeah, not their abilities, their attacks. So I want to give Hoot Hoot like Pursuit or maybe Bite or Crunch or something, like we'll see. Some of them did get updates on their attacks, so like Area Dose had a big ol' update because I was really focusing on Area Dose for a minute, but let's see what else. Primeape, for Gen 1, there's a lot of fighting types, Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, Tyrogue evolves into Hitmontop. There's a bunch of fighting types from Machop to Machamp. So from Mankey to Primeape, I gave him a dark type, kind of gave him a counter, fighting, you'd have to use a fighting type to take him out. And of course, Psychic and Ghost wouldn't do much to him. So just messing around with it, playing around. I literally just mess with his stats or whatever, so let me switch this real quick. Go to Hexmania just to show off. Let's pull up Primeape. And in this file I haven't updated it yet to give him the new abilities and stuff, but right here I gave him Pursuit and Knockoff. Pretty sure you could see that in the thing. Yeah, so in the list of moves that he has Pursuit and Knockoff now. So just little updates, and of course Dark type is a special in Gen 3. I didn't switch them because I don't know how to do that yet, but honestly to me it's fine. Something like Ghastly obviously doesn't benefit from the switch or whatever, but this is where you kind of update their attacks and stuff like that. I'm still using the regular split, I'm not doing physical and special splits or whatever. But that's just a quick little example there. Now if I go into the freaking to the box, he'll just trip out even harder. But and I literally caught two different types of mons in some occasions just to show off the different abilities they have. So the line that Eevee has for Hustle and its evolution is the new ability. So normally it'll have its old ability and a new ability, and Hustle is on the line of the new abilities. I think I gave it Pickup and Hustle. But like Pickup, Hustle. You'll see Hustle a lot just because I wanted certain mons to be able to at least fight a little bit. But it may be a little overpowered. I'd have to play with it a little bit more, you know. Smirgle with pure power, that's that's kind of debatable. We'll see whether that's good or not. It may be Hustle instead. But let's see what else. Thick Fat Skitty. Skitty's evolution we'll see later has normal psychic, which I think is pretty good. Meowth with pickup. Surskit with Liquid Ooze. Again, it's just weird kind of setups, but again, a grass type is more likely to use, Absorb or Leech Seed or something, so I try to make it count where it counts, like Kabuto had Liquid Ooze. Poison Point, Hustle, all the bugs got Hustle for sure, just to at least have them doing some damage. I think he has, what is it? FX Spore as his other option. See, Hustle. When Ladybug evolves, it's a bug fighting, kind of like Heracross. Makes sense to me. Here's the other Ariados. This is before I started updating his moves. So these were his original moves. Let me just go back so you can see the moves he has now. And he learned a bunch too. If I show you his list, like I gave him way too many moves, but I want every mon to be like that. Like I want him to have variety, and of course to learn moves earlier so that you actually have a reason for not letting them evolve. And of course their abilities. Sometimes their abilities could be better when they're babies. So not letting them evolve might be a benefit as well. Taking them to the Elite Four is kind of what I'd like to see. Taking random ability mons. Anyways, Vice Grip, of course, I don't remember it being bug, but I made certain things bug, whatever. Sharpen, I also wanted to give a lot more mons stat boosting abilities. I wanted to give them buffs. So, like, I'll go and fight a Rattata right now. And it just got sharpened too, so a lot of the sharpened mons have boosts, Anyways. And I'm not good at explaining this, I kind of just random little video you might enjoy. All the other ancient ones like this stayed the same, only Kabuto changed to ground type, rock ground. Just because rock water was already on Omanite, so I was like, well, why would they have the same typing anyways? But I could go into their abilities on the other list so you can see what kind of stuff they get when they evolve. But oh yeah, this is still my Ariados. So Natural Cure Hop Hip, Water Veil C-Dot, prevents burn, it's a grass type. I added the dark type to the C-Dot line, instead of it waiting to evolve. Again, there's enough grass types and grass poison types, like I just gave him the grass dark type right away. Grass poison, what does he have? Water absorb. A lot of grass and water ones seem to have good abilities sprinkled throughout, because I don't know, it's just something about the ability spread during Gen 3 that I don't know what the hell they were cooking up. Paris has Effect Spore, Natural Cure Lotad, Water Absorb, Execute. And struggle saying those words. Him and Sunskirt got Water Absorb, which I think made a lot of sense. They're like seed mons. Routes. since Gardevoir's so good and has better abilities, Routes kind of had like a mix-up of abilities. I don't remember what the other one was, but could be Trace or something. But I think Gardevoir got Trace. So. Puchiana's stats got raised. Um, I think a good amount because I don't know, they were kind of crap. All the low level ones like Sunskirt from 180 got to set to 220. So Caterpie, all the Bugmons, like everything that was below 220 got set to 220, and then everything that was kind of hovering around there got boosted. I have a whole Excel sheet that I made, but I keep playing with it, so it's not worth really showing it yet. Sorry if the audio gets a little crazy. I don't mean to get too close to the mic. Runaway, Limber. I can't remember what else I gave him, but again, Arcanine's really good. I did want to change all the evolutions and stuff, even the Firestones and all that. I just wanted to make it a level up instead, but we'll see. Again, updates as they go. Talo, Wingull, pickup. See, certain mons too, I gave a lot of pickups around because you can have a whole team of pickups, I think it's great when you can just pick up a bunch of stuff. Every time I kind of reset and just kind of play through it real quick to test certain things out. It's nice having a full team of pickups, Early Bird, we got Hustle. Let's get into this. Like, and that's barely the first page, man. Like, every mon got an update. I'm still trying to play with stuff, like, Azurill had a huge power, which I switched around. Cute Charm. Meryl got Swift Swim. Psyduck Synchronize. Water Wheel prevents burns. And to me, like, a water type getting burned seems like extremely unlikely, but for Slowpoke seems like a really good mon already, so water Wheel seems fine. A Cute Charm for Wooper just because it's a cute little mon. And then the other option is Volt Absorb, just because of the little rods on the side of his head. Again, I'm still playing with it, but when he evolves, it'll change from Volt Absorb to Water Absorb. And then his other option, I forgot what it was. It might be Guts or something like that, but when he evolves. Cleffa has Cute Charm and Trace, which is really good. Trace at the very, very beginning of the game will help you identify all the abilities each mon has, which is really, really good. So, yeah, this one's like really, really good. Obviously, Trace is like OP as shit, but you give baby Pokemon good stuff, and it's like you might want to keep them as baby. That's really what I was going for. And again, same thing with the level ups. If they can learn better moves quicker, you have more of a reason to leave them as babies. Natural Cure, Igglybuff. Hustle Togepi. I think he normally gets pure power too, or huge power, one of those. So when he evolves, he'll get it. Cute Charm, Static. White Smoke is honestly pretty OP, but I'm pretty sure I gave Magmar like Guts, something else. Flame Body or something, I don't know. I think Magby, the other baby one, would have Flame Body, but again, I'd have to check. It's hard to remember everything. Plus one Minun got Kyogre's and Groudon's abilities, which to me just makes them more useful. Why are you gonna use Minun instead of Pikachu or something? Pichu. Normally it has the ability like plus and minus or some shit. I think I gave them Hustle on the other side. That way you can just still have the ability to use them offensively. But this was just more for fun. See what else? Static, Cute Charm Pichu. So Wyna and Wobbuffet got switched up. I gave them Arena Trap instead of Shadow Tag, and also Cloud9. So there's some weird ones like this one, like Slackoth or Slacking. Slacking. Both of them will have Truant, but the evolution line getting there will have different stuff. So Shed Skin, Clear Body, Shed Skin, Intimidate, Swift Swim, Drizzle, Love Disc. Again, I was looking at their abilities and stuff, like their stats too, to see where they could benefit. Like like a Drizzle Kingler would be good because Kingler's offensive stats on the water side are kind of shit. But that's kind of what I was going with some of this stuff. Like, why would you bring a Love Disc? Well, Love Disc has freaking, what do you call it? Drizzle. So imagine that Drizzle and Swift Swim over here. You can bring these two and actually build a team around them instead of them just being kind of like regular mods there. Clear Body, Hustle. And of course you're getting spoiled here. You might not see the same things if you eventually get to play this yourself, which hopefully we get to that point. I gave Eradicate Arena Trap, which I think is pretty badass. It may make it very difficult to escape, you know. But yeah, no, again, I kept messing with stuff like this to make it work. Like Ditto, what I did for Ditto, I love. 8 Pump's kind of a weird mod, so I gave him Speed Boost and Pure Power. That may get switched to Hustle, just for the sake of kind of balancing it out a little bit, but I don't know, it seemed fine to me. Like, he's just like an OP mod now, but he's still weak, so you just need something like a Geodude or something to like actually put up with him a little bit, but if you don't, you probably get hyped, you know? So far this is all just editing the mods, the abilities, the attacks. You know? From there I'd have to start messing with the gyms and the trainers and all that kind of stuff, which it's just so tedious, but I've already done a lot of work, so I figured I'd show off some of it. Slackkoth doesn't have Truant anymore. He has own tempo and something else, and I gave Vigoroth Intimidate and Arena Trap, so he's kind of a menace too, it seems, but not enough time to like play test everything, you know. Runaway, he might have Hustle on the side. His evolution has normal dark type, which is a little rough with fighting and stuff, but again, I don't really see too many people using Snubble, but it has Bite and Crunch, so a Stab, Bite, and Crunch on the special side I think is good, you know. Normal typing giving it a physical boost, and then dark type giving it a special boost, so that's how I look at it. If I added a typing, like Primate, for example, fighting is physical, dark is special. So soundproof, again, I didn't give too many months. Soundproof, I even think I took it away from Mr. Mime, but you know, there it is. I don't know about that one. I just know because of how it worked on you might be able to hear the train, I'm sorry. Because of how it worked on Pokemon Showdown. But let's see. Battle armor, shed skin, muscle, shed skin, rough skin. I'm not a big fan of rough skin, but I did give it to a couple mons just because they have like shells or, you know, spiky bodies and stuff, but honestly it doesn't do enough damage. Like, if I could go in there and change the settings, I'd set it to, instead of like 1/16 to like 1/8 or whatever, but I don't know, that's another one we might mess with, you know. I think the other option is like Poison Point, but they'll evolve anyway, so it's like, I think you're less likely to keep a Nidoran around, so I think it's fine. Hard to choose for Venonat, choose Damp, but we'll see, and we'll play around with certain ones, you know. I'd love suggestions too, you know, if somebody would be down to help me, or if you like what I'm doing, you know, feel free to support me in some way, like, subscribe, whatever. I feel like I'm just going on and on now, but I gave him Rough Skin and Poison Point. I think Poison Point being the better one. You know, I just figured like if he bit you every time you attacked them or something, but Gulpin prevents attraction, Sandveil, pick up Cubone, on tempo, Sandstream. I love freaking Sandslash, so I was playing with him a lot. Sandslash, I gave him Battle Armor and Sandstream instead of Sandveil, which I think is a lot better. A lot more mons get Sandstream or Drizzle and things like that, you know, so. Gave Fanfi Guts because I love Fanfi, you know. I want to keep a Fanfi if I catch one, so one with Guts I think would be pretty dope because it'll give him a boost, you know. Effect Spore, Condor with Hustle. Again, he's a dark fire type, so he's only getting boosted on the special side. So I thought Hustle was a good option for him too, you know, because he can boost his tackles and stuff like that. Pick up Pure Power again. Chimchar sucks. Unlikely to use, so I forget what the other option was, but Early Bird Drowsy. See, Abra has Trace. That's another good ability to check. I originally gave Onyx huge power, but it was kind of OP. So I just raised his stats instead and gave him Rockhead and something else. So his attack was like at 20 or some shit. So now it's at 40. So it's better than it was. It pretty much got doubled like how huge power was doing it. But just have to update their abilities and stuff. I did lower the strength of things, you know, like I think even strength was like 80 or something. It's just when you get some of these attacks, they're like super strong, so I wanted to balance that out a little bit too. But anyways, Larvitar with Marvel Scale. Yeah, it takes him a long time to evolve, so again, this is like a pretty big boost to him. Pick up Rhyhorn. I remember the other option, probably like Battle Armor or something, I don't know. Volt Absorb. I saw another mod or something kind of do something like this. Sudowoodo. Again, some of these mods, I have to go into the hex editor to show you some of the weirder stuff, I guess. But I thought this was a great idea. Like, you're more than likely gonna have a fire type or a grass type trying to outspeed you in the fire or in the sun, I mean, or something, you know? Or boost it or whatever, you know? But this will help you outspeed them as a rock type, so I thought this was great, you know? Again, just playing with it, but I think it's dope. Pick up Geodude, Levitate Beldum. Again, they'll evolve and the ability will change, so you might think something's a little OP or a little weak, but it'll change, and of course it has another option, so I hate to repeat myself, so I'm sorry, but Thick Fat Aeron I think is dope. Might not want to evolve him, but again, I boosted the hell out of Aggron. Aggron pissed me off because Tyranitar and Aggron should be more on a similar like scale, I guess, but they're not. So I even gave Tyranitar Sandstream and things like that. I meant Aggron Sandstream. So he's definitely way better. Like, he's a little OP, honestly. If I show you their stats, like Pidgeot was one of them that I raised like crazy. It just seemed kind of weird that his stats were really low, but still has Intimidate. I made Dunsparce normal ground, so you could teach him like freaking dig and stuff like that. We'll see, changing stuff up, like I said. Speed Boost Duo seems pretty OP. It doesn't keep it though, so it's just as a base, you know. I also gave it to Torchic, which again in other generations it's like a special ability or whatever. Kind of debating putting Dodua as a ground flying type, but we'll see. Prevents confusion, own tempo. I think again that's really good. You're gonna use a psychic type against them, so that seems like a good option. Early Bird. Hustle will turn into pure power or huge power, whichever one it is. There's a lot of options for the evolutions, but I thought Hustle was good because he only gets tackle. I wanted to give him more moves. I don't know, I probably will, but Fairy prevents poison. This is more like a shout out to it being a fairy type in the future. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of all that, but this is just a protection against poison types, you know? It'll change anyways. I don't remember what it is. But yeah, on tempo. Sneasel got a good little boost. Got Intimidate. I think that's pretty dope. It should help it a little bit, you know? Clear Body, obviously super OP, but I felt Ghost types deserved it, you know? I cut all the ones with Clear Body, ironically, but obviously there's other abilities that they get. We can go and look at them if we have to. Krabby is kind of mixed, but I give him a shit ton of abilities because again, Krabby's another one of my favorites. So like, if you see his abilities, like this is updated. Definitely should be more like a water ground type, but I don't know. We'll see. Shield dust prevents added effects. Again, that's a really good ability, but it's more like an armor ability. If you see shield and armor, it's like some of the evolutions might have something like that. Water absorb, I think, is great for the leap. White smoke, perfect for Charmander. It'll evolve and change. I think I gave Charizard intimidate, if I'm not mistaken. I made it more like a Salamence type. A lot of mid evolutions got this Blaze or like Torrent or whatever. So I think it's like the more standard evolution line. I'm also debating changing Geodude into just a rock type, kind of like how Nosepass is. But I don't know, that's kind of weird. I don't even know why they made him rock. It's kind of weird. I wanted to make it until he got to Golem. This is me just messing around too much now. Like, I don't want to make the game too different, but enough to make you want to use different mons because they actually have different typings and stuff, you know. So Bulbasaur with Effect Spore, I thought made sense. Natural Cure Tangela, you know, Natural Cure is a really good ability. So to run Tangela, I think this would be dope, you know, like more likely to use it. Raise speed and sunshine, I think Roselia is really good. I didn't want to boost its stats too crazy, so that's one of the things that I was doing, was trying to just give them better abilities. Natural Cure, Hustle, Static, Hustle, Speed Boost, Rough Skin. He might get Battle Armor when he evolves, I'm not sure. Thick Fat. Guts or Intimidate for Tauros, if I'm not mistaken. I always forget what the hell Girafarig is. Like, I think it's normal Psychic or some stupid nonsense. So I changed it to normal Dark. It just seems to make more sense, but I have to update its attacks and get rid of certain things and update it. And Torchic Speed Boost. Speed Boost Ponyta. Flame Body Ponyta. Again, I cut two just to show the difference, you know. I did try to consider whether their typing is like special or whatever, you know. Ghost, Levitate, great abilities. I was debating also giving him Mischievous Ghost Dark type, but we'll see. I read Sableye is already a lower stat mon with that typing, so I don't know, we'll see. Guts, Gligar, Farfetch with Hustle. Some of them got like Cloud9 and stuff like that. Some of the bird mons, just to get rid of like water, rain, or sun. Natu is kind of weird. I have to evolve him to show off his evolutions, but I also made him more like a Weathermon just because of like I did look up their descriptions in the Pokédex. So it just depends on how you want to use them, you know. Airlock. So look, he got Airlock, and he gets Drizzle and Drought, if I'm not mistaken. But it's I can't remember. We could check anyways. I'm already at almost 30 minutes. Jesus Christ. Airlock, Fear Body. Okay, that's the last one. On tempo prevents confusion. We got Drought, Blaze, Flame Body. One of his evolutions gets Water Absorb. I don't remember which one, but that's something I got from Smith Plays to kind of help Slugma evolution. Magmar got Guts, Intimidates Viper, Marvel Scale, Poison Point, Rough Skin, Idle Spirit prevents sleep, prevents paralysis, limber. Cloud9, Guts, Hypercutter, Rockhead, Rough Skin. I think he had Keen Eye or something, so it just, I don't know. Just playing with it. I'm sorry. Again, suggestions are nice. If you're still watching this far in, feel free to make a suggestion. These are just some of the mons I'm showing off, but I have the entire list on the text editor. See, look, I have Rough Skin and Hypercutter, so I don't know if Hypercutter is any good or not for him, but we'll see. I'm gonna give him Sharpen, so kind of boosting their abilities and stuff, their attacks. Cloud9 made sense for Absol because it's supposed to predict like weather and stuff like that, so it made sense to be able to clear it, Battle Armor, Shed Skin. I really wanted to give Pinsir Fighting as well, or like Dark type or something, but so far he's just staying as Bug. Hypercutter, Scyther. Scyther can get Sword Stance, so again it seems like it fits. I think he does get Intimidate too or something, but I think their other options are Intimidate, not gonna lie. Compound Eyes, a Guts Beedrill. Again, Beedrill's pretty dope. I feel like you should be able to use him a little bit better. Again, their stats did get boosted, but not very much. I think we're almost done. No, we're not. Lunatone and Solrock got Drought and Drizzle. Again, I only caught him when it was raining or whatever. There's another option. Arena Trap, the Trio, Hypercutter. I might give him Intimidate. I'm not sure about this one, but I think I might have given it to Flygon as well. Flygon got a major boost as a Dragon type as well. Boltoy with Speed Boost made sense. He's like a little freaking Lasso and shit. Trace Mr. Mime I think is really good. Made sense. Copying them, I think Espeon has Synchronize and Trace. Spoink evolves into a Psychic Dark type, which I think is really, really good. It's like another weird hybrid you wouldn't see in this generation. Goldeen. Goldeen's pretty average too. I kind of wanted to do something for Goldeen. We'll see. I'm still thinking about Goldeen, my bad. Levitate, Duskull, Synchronize. His other ability is Pure Power or Huge Power, one of the two. So I think it'll make Umbreon actually kind of useful sometimes because again, Dark type attacks are kind of shit. So if he still has Quick Attack and things like that, it should be able to put out some good power. Water Absorb Cacnea made sense. Well then again, it's a cactus, so maybe not, but for the sake of argument. Color change and I think Trace were the options. Again, this is just me playing around with it, but I thought, why not for Porygon? Who cares? You probably want to get the other one anyways. Wonder Guard Ditto Wisdom, my favorite thing right now. The reason I love this is because its only weakness is fighting, so you have to use a fighting attack to kill it, and that's only a first turn situation because once it transforms, it's gonna lose Wonder Guard. So this keeps it able to transform. I'm surprised they didn't think of this when they were doing it themselves, like the first time around. It wasn't until they gave it an ability that was like transform, But to me this works pretty good. Oh, and then I caught a shiny Ninkata or whatever, so I got freaking dope ass mons right here. Shiny Ninjask and shiny Shedinja. Gave it Thick Fat just because it's kind of frail. Give it some boost against ice and fire. And things with a lot of weaknesses might have gotten Thick Fat, like Tropius. Tropius got it too. And then this is the last of the list, just because this is as far as I got catching mons before I stopped playing a while back. But see, a normal Psychic type heals upon switching out. The Noon with Trace, kind of a weird option, but I think it's pretty dope. I really love Zigzagoon, so to evolve it and for it to have Trace, I think it's pretty awesome. got Hypercutter Persian. It's gonna learn Sharpen as well. I don't know if it has it here yet or not, but possibly Sword Stance, we'll see. Intimidate Mightyana, it just made sense. And then Cloud9. But yeah, no, if I go back to the other list, like let's switch back. Let's show off Pokemons. Let's see. So like Pidgeot. Its base stats went through the roof. Yeah, it used to be like at 420 or something, and I put it up to 500. You could see that there. I don't know if it's getting the mouse or not, but it's right next to Pidgeot's portrait or whatever. I did change a bunch of little random things. Like, look, I'm gonna go to Latios and Latias just to finish this. But you can't tell with these numbers, but Latios is Dragon Dark type, not Dragon Psychic. Again, to me they were too similar, so I gave it a Dark type instead of a Psychic type, and I'm gonna change up his abilities and his attacks and stuff, you know? But yeah, just little things like that, you know? Also for the Battle Tower, I never played the Battle Tower, but this is also so that you can go to the Battle Tower and every mon will be different, every experience will be different. But it's gonna take me a while to get there. Do appreciate anybody who's gonna watch this far in. But yeah, thank you guys. You guys have a good one. Appreciate your time. You guys have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.